Welcome. This video is introducing the requirements of IA2 for accounting. These can be found in the syllabus starting on page 37. It's assessing objectives 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the objective not being assessed is applying. The Part A, like all the exams, you'll be required to respond to 2 short items preparing paragraph responses. So these will be 50 to 100 words. The Part B, you will be responding to 1 practical item to synthesize and solve a goal-oriented problem relating to fully classified financial statement reporting for a sole trader trading GST business. You will be provided stimulus relating to these statements. You'll be required to use backward processing to identify issues, and then you'll also need to do forward processing to produce a solution. So backward processing, you'll be looking at information you've already been given and trying to work backwards to find the errors. Forward processing is where you're starting from scratch and you're moving forwards from there, so completing a financial statement, for example. Now with the stimulus, you'll be given stimulus that contains financial data and information. Now there will be a total of 7 conceptual errors relating to financial statements. So you'll be finding 7 errors, you'll be asked to identify what those are and correct them. It may relate to prepayments and or accruals, bad debts, provision for doubtful debts, depreciation and inventories. So the balance day adjustments will be relating to all of some of those. You'll be given financial data information in the format of extracts of financial statements, lists of account balances, a general journal extract, and or a general ledger extract. You may be given any other financial information or data related to the goal-oriented problem as well. And it will be stimulus will be coming from a source that you've not previously been exposed to. So the key items there are you're looking for 7 conceptual errors. We're going to be looking at balance day adjustments, prepayments, accruals, bad debts, provision for doubtful debts, depreciation and inventories. So that's your Part B. Part C, you'll be given a stimulus a week in advance, and you'll be asked to analyse and interpret the financial data and information focusing on either profitability or liquidity. You're going to be evaluating the accounting practices in order to make decisions and to propose recommendations for proposed changes to improve that area of performance. You will not know whether it relates to profitability or liquidity prior to the exam. Your teacher will not be processing, unpacking or explaining that stimulus to you. And you will be given a fresh copy of the stimulus in the exam. The conditions, time will be 2 hours 15 minutes, or 2 hours plus 15 minutes planning time, and it's to be completed in one sitting. The practical item, you'll be using Excel, and you'll be given an Excel template for that. And here you can see the breakup of the marks. So the Part A is worth 5 marks, Part B is worth 7, and Part C is worth 13 marks. between analysing, evaluating and communicating. For the part A, you'll be given marks for identifying significant characteristics of the response. So that's things like defining, if there's words there, make sure you can define them. What do you know? We'll be looking for the understanding of accounting concepts, principles or processes. So if the first section is what do you know, the second section is what do you understand about that? So give us an example. And the final criteria is the use of accounting terminology. So if you're using the terminology that relates to the subject, you're going to get a higher mark. If you're using more general language, then it's going to drop into adequate or inconsistent and narrow use of accounting terminology. For your part B, the key differences are between top level and next level. We're looking at effective application of significant and relevant accounting principles and processes to identify errors. And we've got an effective application of accounting principles and processes, and that the solution thoroughly solves the problem. We drop down to the next level. Instead of effective, we're talking about appropriate, and instead of relevant there, it's still relevant, sorry. And we're finding that it identifies substantial errors. So you're finding most of the errors that way, at that next level. And at this next level, it's an appropriate application of accounting principles to correct the errors rather than ineffective. Go down further, you have identified minimal errors. So you haven't found them all, you found a minimal amount. So all, most, some. And here we've got superficial errors, so only minor errors. So as we go down, it gets less specific, less thorough. And I'll let you continue looking at the criteria yourself. All the IAs, the criteria is the same all the time. We don't change that. Thank you.